Hello, and welcome back to Legacy Investing. If you desire to make some wise real estate investments, have you been considering investing in foreign rental property? Numerous real estate investors are examining worldwide markets for offshore property investments with strong rental yields. It will not only help you generate cash flow, but it will also allow you to pay your mortgage with the rent your tenant pays. As a landlord, you would get paid to own property. Nothing could be better. For its most recent analysis, Go Banking Rates compiled a list of the top countries worldwide for purchasing real estate with a high return on investment ROI. Examine the top countries for real estate investing and capitalize on the high rental yields they provide. Please watch the entire video since I believe the conclusion is the best of the best on the list. Number 10. Panama. Panama is one of the best places to buy real estate overseas. We recommend Panama for two things, specifically rental apartments and agricultural opportunities. Panama City, where resale transactions have slowed, is and will continue to be a buyer's market through 2021. We see this year as a chance to buy on the dip, long-term bullish on the Panama City rentals market. Yields continue strong, though not as strong as they were a couple of years ago, primarily because rents have softened. Argentine, Colombian, and Venezuelan buyers have helped keep the Panama City market stable and growing over the last 10 years, even while other markets in the region have struggled or even collapsed. Today, North Americans and Europeans continue to invest, but it's Panama's relationship with China that we predict will fuel this economy through its next stage of growth. If the Chinese come in volume, as they did in Vancouver in the 1990s, Panama City property prices will soar. Number 9. Thailand. We like tile and for agriculture primarily, but think this country deserves attention for its strong economy and expanding tourism industry as well. The downside of tile is that foreigners are restricted in how they can own property. Foreigners can only own land leasehold in Thailand. A foreigner can hold freehold title to the construction on the land, but unless your house is portable, you might not take comfort in that. As a non-Thai person, you can own a condo freehold as long as foreigners don't make up more than 49% of the ownership of units in the condo building. For this reason, the condo market is where most foreign investors focus their attention. A condo is also cheaper and easier to manage as a rental than an individual property. In 2018 and 2019, pre-pandemic, Bangkok was the #1 visited city in the world, receiving more visitors than London or Paris. The tourism industry in Thailand suffered during the pandemic, but is slowly recovering. This is your chance to get in on the dip in Bangkok before it makes its comeback when all those tourists returned. Number 8. France. We've been sold on Paris real estate for decades. Prices go up and down as they do everywhere. But a piece of Parisian real estate is one of the surest imaginable stores of wealth long-term. The strength of the US dollar is creating euro bargains for American buyers. Another good reason to be looking right now at both Portugal and France. France is another country where foreigners are eligible for in-country financing. In fact, interest rates for French mortgages for foreigners are at historic lows of as little as 2.05%, with loan-to-values as high as 85%. Number 7. Turkey. Turkey is having a record-breaking year for property sales of 107% compared to May of 2020, thanks in large part to foreign buyers. Foreign investment has increased in part due to Turkey's successful CIP, but this accounts for only 20% of overall sales. Turkey is also seen as an attractive destination for lifestyle and investment opportunities. Half of this year's property sales took place in the country's most vibrant and historical city, Istanbul. Istanbul was the world's 9th most visited city in the world in 2018. That was behind brand name cities like Paris, London, New York, and Tokyo, but ahead of other major cities including Berlin, Barcelona, Rome, and Los Angeles. In addition to tourism grew up, Istanbul and Turkey in general are enjoying strong economic growth as the population increases and the middle class expands. Turkish buyers are re-entering the market due to reduced interest rates. Both tourism rentals and student rentals are appealing rental investment options. Number 6. United Arab Emirates want to invest in a tax-friendly country. You can think of investing in the UAE. The country offers a higher rental yield, thus making you reap the maximum benefits of your investment. As there is no income tax, you also don't end up having to pay tax on accumulated rent. If investing in residential units is your goal, you can choose from Dubai's wide range of properties. According to Bates' real estate report, the most popular areas of Dubai for buying apartments include Dubai Marina, downtown Dubai, International City, and Palm Jumeirah. The average price of studios 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments in Dubai Marina ranges between 3,850 to MIDI 1.95 meters, while the average cost of studios 1 and 2-bedroom flats in downtown Dubai live between MIDI 1.1 meters to ED 2.9 million. Number 5. Mexico. Mexico remains a top destination among Canadians and Americans for both tourism and retirement. Thanks to restricted travel and an expanding middle class, Mexico is enjoying good growth in the local tourism market in 2021, all that combines to make Mexico a top choice for property rental investment. Top markets include Puerto Vallarta on the Pacific coast and Playa del Carmen on the Riviera Maya. In both of these popular tourist towns, a rental property can generate excellent yields. Mexico offers financing options for non-residents, generally from us lending institutions set up in Mexico specifically for that purpose. Number 4. Poland. Poland might not be the first place to spring to mind when considering an offshore property purchase. Get this country may be Eastern Europe's best-kept secret. Poland's tourism capital, Krakow, was enjoying a booming tourist industry pre-pandemic with 10 million visitors annually. It's waiting to see the return of its tourists soon. Krakow has 10 universities, resulting in a lively student population as well. This won thousands of students need somewhere to live. And so the demand for both student accommodation and vacation rentals in Krakow is high. You can purchase an apartment in the city's center for less than $100,000 and quickly profit from the high rental demand in this flourishing city. Number 3. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is part of the US and technically not a foreign country. Or maybe not. Yes, Puerto Rico is part of the US, but it's a territory and not the state. That gives it special status to operate under its own system, while still enjoying many of the benefits of being part of the US. As a US territory, Puerto Rico enjoys cultural, economic, and financial integration with the US proper. That includes the US postal system, as well as internet and phone access. Most of the population speak English, and you will have very little difficulty navigating the highway system. As an independent territory, there are pronounced differences. One of the biggest is on the income tax front. While the maximum tax rate in the US is 39.6% for federal purposes, plus individual state income taxes, Puerto Rico has an income tax of just 4% on earned income. Number 2. Singapore. Asia has been on the forefront of global economic growth for at least the past 20 years. Singapore has benefited from this development in that it represents the gateway to the Asian continent. A former British colony, Singapore has inherited much of the highly successful British system of law, economics, trade, and finances. For this reason, the country is rapidly becoming the banker nation to much in the Asian market. Singapore has the 4th highest per capita gross domestic product in the world and is rapidly becoming one of the leading financial centers in the world on a par with New York, London, and Tokyo. Wealthy Asians and Asian companies are managing their finances through Singapore banks and brokerage firms. At the same time, God agent firms are increasingly doing business in Singapore as the best way to get a foothold in the Asian market. Number 1. Costa Rica is a safe, stable country with a growing economy and a government that is encouraging foreign investment. It enjoys many of the same advantages of Panama, except that it is not as wealthy and therefore the cost of living is a bit lower. It's also attracting a large number of US retirees and even some non-retirees who are drawn by both low cost of living in the tropical climate. It is a small but big coastal nation that fronts on both the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. The weather is among the most pleasant and predictable on the planet, with a consistent year-round high of 81 and a low of 64. The New Economics Foundation ranked Costa Rica first in its Happy Planet Index in both 2009 and in 2012. You do not have to be a citizen of Costa Rica to own property there, and you will be entitled to the same constitutional protections as a local citizen. It is also not necessary to purchase property through a trust or any other type of legal or corporate shell. And those are the top 10 best countries to invest in real estate in 2023. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to watch more beautiful places in the world.